Yo. So the Los Angeles Clippers, with that shot you just saw by Paul George, snapped a 4-game losing streak. Man, them dudes were quietly on a 4-game losing streak. You didn't hear anyone really talking about it. Maybe a little bit of coverage here and now, but of course we know, not that I'm complaining, it's always the Lakers who is going to get the majority of the coverage, good or bad, out in LA or just in basketball in general. I mean, the Warriors are disrespected in terms of the coverage. Everyone is. But I don't think a lot of fans from those teams are complaining about that. But the Clippers came back just now to beat the Rockets 95-93 in a tough game down the stretch. I ended up watching this game because the Clippers, of course, as you know, are my pick to win the whole thing this year. And I'm looking at their 4-game losing streak. I don't really care about that as much as the other thing that I want to talk about. Yeah, like I said, you saw that shot by Paul George. The Clippers, like 4 minutes something left in the game. They were down 88-83. Of course, they're playing a young Rockets team. Young teams like that are going to do that. If it were anyone else, elite or anything, you would expect better from them. But this is also not what I want to talk about. But it just came to my mind on why do the Clippers always wake up to play the Lakers? They lost to the Thunder twice. New Orleans is an elite team. They lost to Phoenix. Well, they lost to New Orleans too. But it's like every time it's like we know you're better than the Lakers. We know you're better. You've been better than the Lakers since like 2012. You've been better than the Lakers for 10 years. Why are y'all always waking up to just play the Lakers? As if the Lakers are some elite team to prepare for. Y'all play the Lakers like they are the defending champs every year. But y'all really don't have that smoke for everybody else. But nonetheless, whatever. Like I said, the Clippers are now 3-4. What is it? Yeah, 3-4 on the season after a 4-game losing streak. They beat the Lakers in the opener. They beat the Kings after that, and then they went on to lose 4 straight games. But the thing that's concerning me, like I said, it's early in the season. I'm not tripping on the losses. Everyone's getting their rhythm back. Like I said, the Nets are struggling. The Warriors are struggling. These teams, they're going to be all right. The Clippers going to be all right in terms of regular season. But if we talking down the stretch, if we talking postseason, you got Kawhi Leonard, who I saw a story. I haven't read it yet because I want to read it here, and I want to just read it. I don't think it's a really long story, but it was written earlier today or maybe an hour ago. ESPN staff writer who wrote this story. I can't pronounce his name. Oum or something. I don't know his name, but it's it's on ESPN, and it says frustrated Kawhi Leonard won't travel with Clippers on trip. They're on a road trip. They're going on a road trip right now. Let's see how long their road trip is before we go into this little story real quick and react to it. Let's go back. Let's go to the Clippers page. And this road trip, it's only a 2-game road trip in Texas. The Rockets, they got the Rockets again Wednesday, and then they'll play the Spurs Friday before they come back home for 4 games. But anyway, let's get back to the story, because this is what I want to talk about. I want to see what this story was talking about, because I've noticed Kawhi Leonard not playing lately. So it says Kawhi Leonard remains out with stiffness in his surgically repaired right knee and won't travel with the LA Clippers for their upcoming road trip in Houston and San Antonio. Leonard is feeling better, according to Clippers coach Tyronn Lue, but the forward sat out of his 4th straight game against the Rockets at Crypto.com Arena Monday night. The forward will have missed 6 straight contests by the time the Clippers return from their trip on Saturday. His status for Sunday's game against Utah remained uncertain. And that's concerning right there. Like 6 straight games, like he missed an entire season. He got injured what was it, June or July? June of 2021, last year in the Utah series is when he suffered that injury. And he's been out since. Now, of course, I don't know how it all works out, but it's like, what type of, maybe it's just his knees or something. I know everybody's body's different, but it's concerning when a guy missed an entire season and he's still not really, it doesn't sound like he's 100% ready to be back. We know they beat the Lakers and the Kings with him, and they've lost 4 straight without him. And even if they don't play with him again this season, which they will, I still think they're a playoff team. Now, they ain't going to no championship. Paul George ain't leading them to the NBA Finals, but it's concerning seeing him out already missing all of these games. The article goes on. He's frustrated. Lou said before tip-off against the Rockets, he wants to be out on the floor and then not being on the floor, and then now he can't travel. He wants to travel, but the doctor said it's not the right thing to do right now with the stiffness and what he's going through. And that's just frustrating. Like, that's just concerning in terms of, like, if you're a Clipper player, if you're rooting for the Clippers or whatnot, because he can't even travel. It's like, how bad will this thing get? How his minutes restrictions. If Kawhi Leonard is on the same minute plan, diet, or whatever that he's been on for the first 2 games he's played, I don't think there's going to be enough for them to win if he can't go full throttle. Maybe he'll be ready by the time it's crunch time. But they can't continue to have that plan for him. I know that's not the plan for the entire season. It's just until he get his legs back under him. But let's continue the article. Leonard played in 2 of the Clippers' first 3 games of the season. Okay, so he did play in the Suns game, logging 21 minutes in each off the bench, but he experienced stiffness in his right knee at the morning shoot-around last Tuesday in Oklahoma City and sat out the game that night before leaving the team and flying back to Los Angeles to receive further treatment. Leonard did not play all last season due to an ACL, blah, blah, blah. We know that. Okay, so the date was June 14th. So he's been out since June 14th, 2021, and he came back in October of 2022. Clippers had lost 4 straight games. I don't want to read the entire article. And also John Wall, another one. We'll see how important he is. They said John Wall is on a minutes limit and sat out Monday's game. Yeah, he didn't play tonight either, which was the second game in a back-to-back set. The Clippers were also without forward Robert Covington, health and safety protocols, whatever. Paul George illness missed the game earlier this season, and Marcus Morris Sr. also missed 2 games last week, personal issues. The Clippers will have to wait to see when Leonard can return to action. Leonard is frustrated after putting all the work in the last 15 months, Lou said, and to get to this point not being where he wants to be physically. But he's getting better, and that is the most important thing. So that's the end of that article. Like I said, it wasn't a long article. It was just like seeing that, it was the only game on. I had just watched the Monday night game, and I wanted to check out the Clippers because that's my pick, and I want to follow what they're doing. And I just see, and it just struck me that Kawhi Leonard hasn't been playing, and you hear about this stiffness in the knee problem, after 15 months of being off in rehab. And it's just, it just kind of gets you concerned. Like I said, the losses right now, it means absolutely nothing. It's the first month of the season. This means nothing right here for good teams. Not the Lakers, good teams. We still got to see with the Lakers. It means more to the Lakers than anyone else. But it means nothing in terms of Clippers, Golden State, because they'll be all right. I mean, the Clippers, especially if Kawhi is all right. But if he's still going through these knee issues and things like that, that's going to be a troubling thing down the stretch. I don't think we know everything. Hopefully it's not. I believe the reports that it's just stiffness and everything, and it's just not ready enough to go full throttle and have him in the starting lineup and playing starter minutes. But we'll see how long it takes. I mean, Klay Thompson never really had his legs, but Klay was good enough to help the Warriors to a championship. But we'll see what happens after this when Kawhi. We'll see what happens Sunday with Kawhi Leonard. I think they play, like the article said, they play Utah Sunday. We'll see if he plays. We know he'll come off the bench again. We know he'll play like 21 minutes again. He's not going to start just yet. I don't expect Kawhi Leonard to be in the starting lineup until next calendar year in January. I don't expect to see it until then. But that's been my report. Appreciate y'all for hearing me out. Lakers play the Pelicans Wednesday. I got a bet going with someone who she's a Pelicans fan. If the Lakers win, she hates the Lakers, by the way. She hates the Lakers. So if the Lakers win, she has to change her social media profiles to a Laker picture for 24 hours. And if the Pelicans win, I got to change my social media pictures to the Pelicans for 24 hours. So just some interesting, regular season just to get us through it, keep things interesting and keep things going. Appreciate y'all for hearing me out. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the Clippers so far. And we'll talk to y'all soon, man. Y'all have a blessed night, a blessed day, whenever you're listening. Enjoy. Peace.